Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Good morning, guys. It is game day. Yes, Wolves versus Tottenham, 3 o'clock. We're live with a watch along at half two, so come and join me then as I take you through the match. And we'll have after the whistle at 5:05 later on today. So do join me later for that. But to start your game day off, we are going to give you my predicted lineup. The team that I think today is going to get 3 points against Wolves and start our revival and start the survival charge to beat West Ham to stay in the Premier League. It's a massive Saturday. It's D-Day because we kick off the same time as West Ham. They're playing Everton at home. We're away to Wolves. It's going to be vital. We lose, West Ham win. I think then we're in the dire. If we win and West Ham win, then it stays the same and we move on then to the Villa game. And then if we win and they lose, we jump out at the bottom three by 1 point. So it's all to play for, but that win would be vital. But let's see. And let's see the team news, and we'll then give you the predicted lineup. And guys, we'll let you get on with the rest of your morning, getting ready for the big game at 3. But if you can do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe on the channel first if you can, and hit that notification bell for future shows coming up. This is the team news that was given yesterday. That is the wrong team news given yesterday. Oh Lord, I had it already. Everything's just going to pot. There we go. This is the team news from yesterday. Destiny Udogie has been ruled out, of course, of today's trip to Wolves with a muscular injury. The manager is hopeful he will be back for the next game when we face Villa next Sunday. James Maddison is still unavailable. Felt some pain this week. However, he will be with the team at Wolves today. Papa Mapsa also misses the game today with a shoulder issue. Vicario isn't making it either. He doesn't make today, so that means Kingsley will remain in goal. But don't worry, guys. Sousa is available. Didn't even know he was injured. That shows how quietly they kept that one. But there you go. But that is your team news. Injuries, of course, tomorrow because Winston Odobert, James Maddison, Kulu, Kudos, Ben Davis, Vicario, and Romero. James Maddison is back in training, but the rest of them are not. So the predicted lineup, guys, here we go. So I am starting with Kingsley in goal. I'm going with the back four of Pedro Porro, Kevin Danso, Mickey van der Ven, and Jed Spence. Look, I think Kingsley's done fantastic since he's come back into the side. He's really redeemed himself from the Atletico Madrid game. And look, for me, I'd be quite happy if he's in for the rest of the season. I really would. I wouldn't play Vicario. I think Vicario is too much of a liability. And yes, but some of the saves that Kingsley has done over the last couple of games has really proved he is a good goalkeeper. He's a young keeper and he's learning. So I think the way he came back from that Atletico Madrid game, fair play to him, and absolutely delighted for the lad. The back four is near enough the same, apart from Spence in for your doggy with Brighton. You've got Pedro Porro. Danso, for me, he had a great game against Brighton. He played so well. Anytime he's come in this year, he's been Mr. Dependable. He's been Mr. Do you know what? I'm coming in, I'm doing the job, and I'm going to do it to match my ability. Yes, he made a mistake, which led to Brighton's equaliser. But to be fair, we shouldn't have been in that situation if Xavi hadn't jumped into the crowd and started hugging everyone in the south stand after he scored a goal. It should be score the goal, go by the corner flag, do your little jig, whatever you're going to do, and then go back to the halfway line and get on with the game. Because every second counts now. So every time the game stopped, it adds more time on to time added on. And if he had done that, then we would not have been playing on to the 8 minutes that we did get. And then it wouldn't have given time for Brighton to get the equaliser. But because he was an idiot and decided, I'm going to go and hug everyone because I scored a goal, that added the extra minutes on for Brighton to go and get the equaliser. It really frustrated me. And I understand Danso made a mistake, but to be fair, we should never put them in position in the first place because we should never been playing that long of injury time. But look, people may say I'm wrong in the comments, or I'm just picking and sort of poking at may ifs and buts and maybes. But it's just really frustrating. Mickey Van der Ven with all the news around him, is he staying, is he going? His captain, and of course Jed Spence. He's the only worry I have tomorrow with the weak link. I would prefer your doggy there. We know your doggy's injured, but I I put Spence there, but I wonder if you put Sousa there. I wonder if that's an option for De Zerbi, because I just feel Jed Spence's attitude is like, if we go 1-0 down, is he's actually going to say, well, sod this, I can't be bothered now. We're losing. We're going to lose. I just don't know. And the plays seemed too emotional last week against Brighton as well. I get it. It was an over emotional game, but they seemed too much. Xavi was in tears at the end of the game. Right, you dropped it. You conceded last minute. Get over it. Get on. You've got 5 games to save your Premier League season. Get on with it. Midfield tree, I've gone with Bentancur, Bergville, and Gallagher. Look, I think, but you start with Bentancur. Now, I was struggling between Bergville and Archie Gray. I decided to go with Bergville because I think Bergville is fresher. Archie Gray needs it, probably could do with one game being on the bench. So I would start with Bergville tomorrow and Gallagher in the 10 role. I thought he's excellent against one of his best games against Brighton, and hopefully he can continue that going forward. And then with the front three, we've got Tell on the left, we've got Tell on the right, Xavi on the left, and Solanke up front. Look, it's either you play Tell or Morani, one or the other. And who you're going to pick? Tell all day long, because Morani needs to be put back into the reject bin that we found him in. And Xavi, look, he's on good form. Hopefully he takes that good form into the game today against Wolves, and hopefully Dick gets another brace because he was excellent. Some of his stuff was good. Did hit the post against Brighton as well, by the way. And if that goal had gone in, we would have been 2-0 up. And we would probably won the game 3-1 or 3-2. So, it is fine margins, fractions between going for you or going against you. And then up front, of course, it's Dom Solanke. Now, you could pick Richie up there, or do you put Solanke? I like Richie. I don't like Dom Solanke, but I think if you're going for the proper striker, I think you have to go with Solanke, which it's sort of, we haven't got the greatest strike force in the world. So it's like, well, I'm going to pick a crap player, but he's just as crap. So it's either I'm damned if I do or damned if I not. All right, I'll pick him, see what he can do. We just need to score a goal. We just need to get a win. I don't care if it comes off his backside, his back of his neck, his bloody ass, whatever. Just needs to get a goal. We need to get a win. At the time of this recording, I'm pre-recording this the night before. Forest are 4-0 up at the moment against Sunderland. So it looks like to be a straight shootout between us and West Ham. So today is D-Day for me. It is. But guys, that is your predicted 11 with Kingsky, Pedro Porro, Danso, Van der Ven, Spence, midfield, Bentancur, Bergville, Gallagher, front tree, Matez Tell, Xavi Simmons, and Dom Solanke up front. We're on at 2:30 with the watch along. Do join me then. We're on at 5:05 for after the whistle. Whatever you do, come on, you Spurs, in the mighty cockerel we try.